All right, all right. We are live.
We are live, baby.
What's going on, everybody? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are watching or listening all around the world. Welcome to Love Lockdown, the podcast. If you guys don't know what it is where my husband and I discuss relationship advice that perfectly works for us. So I am one of your hosts, Brett, and you are?
I am the lovely, the only Captain Arrogant, and also known as Kelly Robinson, 57 and 0. And if this is your first time tuning in, we stream these broadcasts live via Facebook and YouTube on Love Lockdown Podcast. So please check us out. And if you missed the live broadcast, feel free to listen to us on all streaming networks the next day. We are on everything.
Everything. Everything.
Before we go any further, drop the sponsors. Who is the sponsors?
You already know. Today we've got Luke Belair right here, front and center, our favorites in the whole wide world. I am drinking White Bottle today. So this is the Rare Lux. It's absolutely delicious, you guys. And I got some gummy bears in here today. Jolly Ranchers, right? Jolly Rancher, like gummies.
Jolly Rancher gummies. And for you scoundrels out there, I'm drinking V-Lone. That's V-Lone, not villain. V-Lone. And I got a little bit of apple juice in there today because this is about to go down today. If you guys don't know, it's about to go down. And shout out to initialbrands.com. That will be ibrandcorp.com for all and every branding, marketing, design need, they have it. And speaking of initialbrands.com, they put our website live today. So we are live again.
Yay!
LoveLockdownPodcast.com. That's where you can find us. You know how we do it.
Yes. We're so excited, you guys. The website looks absolutely amazing. So check it out. You can do so much on it now.
Listen,
like
the website's ultimate. Shout out to the people who did it. They killed the game. Initial Brands are the truth. If you need any websites or anything like that, go holler at them. But listen, I need people to stop what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Stop what you're doing and share this broadcast because we are about to go to a place today that you have never seen us.
No, yeah, we're fooling today. It's going to be crazy. I knew that when you're watching Kelly Robinson today, that it was going to be one of those days that you were just channeling your inner asshole. So I'm ready for it.
Well, it kind of evened out. I was watching the women's tournament today, so I had to
Here we go.
even it out with a little Kelly Robinson. You know what I'm saying? I got what I needed from both, and we in here.
Too soon, babe. Too soon. Way too soon. But yes, if you guys are just joining, make sure you are stopping and sharing the broadcast. We appreciate it when you do that because it brings more people in and it gets the conversation flowing. As well as if you are coming and you are someone who is new or you're not someone who is new, make sure you let us know where you are from. We love hearing where everybody is from so we can share that.
And you know that. Hey, my brother's in the building. James is in the building. Ypsilanti, Michigan is in the house.
What's going on, bro?
What's going on? My auntie's in the building representing Fort Worth, Texas. What's up, auntie?
Hello.
Cooking with Granny Peaches is in the building representing D-Town.
Hello.
Listen, I'm telling you. Another cousin's in the building. Rhonda, what's going on?
Rhonda, hey, cousin.
Hey, I don't know what she representing. What she representing, Britt?
Man, everywhere you want to be. I'm not sure if she wants to share, so I'm going to let her. Sometimes I'm a little careful because I don't know if people want to be like, So we'll see if she comments that, and then we can let the people know. But yes, this is so exciting. We have a special guest today, so you guys already know. She's one of the fan favorites. So we're going to give her a little bit of time to be able to join the conversation. But until then, today, again, we are going to be fooling.
Listen, we're wild. Invite your people now because we're about to bring her in ASAP. And as many times as she's been on this show, I still don't think that she knows that I can see her backstage.
No, honestly, we have to tell people all the time, like, no joke. We can see you backstage because sometimes a titty might be out. People are adjusting themselves because they think that they're the only ones behind the scene. And we're like, no, we can see you because we're not T.I. and Tiny. So
I feel
too soon.
Before I bring my sister in, I'm going to say I feel sorry for her because she has been straight modeling for the past 5 minutes in the camera. Dead ass. But without further ado,
let's get it.
Always Miss D, aka AD.
Hey y'all.
Hey sis, what's going on?
Well, now you know.
We tell people all the time. We had to let who did we have to let know? It's been a while now because we didn't do last week. We did not do last week.
No, we let St. Patrick's Day do his thing and spring break.
May, when we had our porn star on here, we definitely had to make sure we disclosed to her that, hey, we can see you backstage because, you know.
And as many times as I've been on the show, y'all never thought to tell me, hey, we could see you.
I'm not even going to do that with you because you have heard that. You just probably had too much Bel Air in your system. Yes. Because how many times have we told her?
I don't know that I knew that because I really do be like messing with my hair and taking pictures, trying to do too much, and I never knew y'all could see that. So
well, she can't see it.
Yeah, I miss all of them.
And it's hard for me, like when I'm watching people, for me not to just like, bust out and laughing. Because if the people can see the modeling moves she was doing back there and like looking from every angle, they
I had to
dead.
make sure. I had to make sure everything was looking okay.
You look great, sis. Welcome. Hope you had a lovely day at work. I know you just made it home. We are so fortunate to have you on. We appreciate your time.
No, for real. But listen, we got so many good topics today, and I keep telling people to share because we're about to go crazy. We got so many good topics today that we killed Hold or Fold. No hold or fold today. We're just going current events. It's absolutely bananas.
We had to.
People have been
too much going on.
People have been
wilding.
Yeah. I'm okay with that.
So without further ado, I say we take it to church a little bit and we go with my boy.
You meant literally, okay.
Yeah, we take him to church a little bit. And we didn't get a chance to get this last week when it was really popping. But for those of you who are listening who are not watching the live broadcast, which is on Facebook and YouTube, this says that Kirk Franklin's son released explicit audio of the gospel singer's threats. And Kirk said along the lines of, "I will break your neck." Did both of you guys hear the audio to this?
Actually, no. I still haven't listened to it.
I did.
I didn't care to. Whatever.
I heard the audio. And it sounded like family.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go on a limb and say this. One thing I learned from the situation before we get into the actual situation is that everybody is not cancelable. You ain't canceling Kirk no matter how much you try. Because they came out and they pushed it, they said cancel Kirk, and the church folk was like, dog. And not even just church folk, everybody. No, not happening. We don't care what he said. Whatever.
You're not canceling Kurt. First off, okay, let me just say this because I swear I've said this a few times. This man at the end of the day is an entertainer. He's not a pastor. Like, he's really not someone who has been, you know what I mean, in the church, any ceremonies. He hasn't really said that he is any type of holier than thou man. This man is an entertainer that just so happens to, produce and sing gospel music. So, I mean, I don't know why we are shocked or why people were shocked in the first place, because he's a human being like everybody else, and he's a black daddy like everybody else. So,
I feel the same. I also felt like, so I will say some of the language. You don't need to be calling your son the B, okay? You don't need to do that. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's a family conversation, and he also swore back at his father. So I don't really know the dynamic there. I don't swear at my parents. I wouldn't have no teeth.
Hey,
please,
Britt, do me a favor. Push your mic back just a little bit.
Okay. Is that good?
A little bit better. That's cool.
A little bit better?
Yeah. I'm going to be honest with you. That sounded like my family. If you get into a heated argument or anything that's going on when you're grown, because let's put it in perspective, his son is 33 years old.
Right.
And from grown man to grown man, what it sounded like is he would break his motherfucking neck. which is in parent term is I love you, but if you disrespect me, I will break your motherfucking neck. So I feel like as a raising a man, that's a part of parenthood because eventually your son is, and I hate to say this because people hate when I go this, and this is where people jump in. Oh, Chris, you ain't right. Having a kid is like having a dog.
It's not like we're not used to that.
Having a kid is like having a dog. So your dog is going to try you. Your son is going to try you. Eventually, you got to let him know, and without actually breaking his neck, that you will do that. And I don't think that because he sings gospel music that he's immune to snapping the fuck off.
Absolutely not. Gospel music. It's gospel music, you know? Yeah, I don't know. I think though that this is my sound good? Because I feel like are we good?
Yeah,
is it better?
It's better. It's just
okay.
It's just a little. It's just
little janky.
A little turned up.
Little janky.
Yeah. Turn your mod down a little bit.
Little janky. Okay, but I just feel like, is this better? Testing one.
That's way better.
Okay. No, this is the fourth incident we've heard this year of these entitled rich kids recording their rich parents going off or doing something to them. And I think that there's going to have to be something that happens with this because this is wild. And I just want to know in their minds what they think the public is going to do other than cancel them. And then they won't be able to have the money that they're used to. All of it is just a bad just cycle of fuckery, if you ask me.
And
you know what I'm saying?
That's the other thing that I thought about when I heard it.
Yeah.
So I think that it was leaked because the son probably is like, oh my gosh, I'm so sick of this man. Everybody thinks he's so great. He's so holy. Let me show y'all how he really is. But what are we going to do? You're a grown man. You want us to come swoop in and save you? Because we can't do that. And you want us to change your dad? Because that's still your dad. We can't do anything about it. So I mean, the cancel culture thing is weird to me in that aspect. And again, I wouldn't, if I was a parent, I don't see myself calling my son the B, and I wouldn't appreciate, my son or son's father or whatever, talking like that. But I've seen it happen. I've heard it happen, and you figure it out and you go your separate ways. I think they need therapy.
Oh, I haven't heard the audio. So,
I think they're perfectly fine.
But I haven't heard it.
No,
yeah.
and I'm gonna be real with y'all. Let me ask y'all a question from a guy's point of view. I've already said that those type of threats happen in my household as a dude. As a girl, did y'all parents ever give y'all similar threats or something of the sort? And by the way, he was daring his dad on. Do it.
Yeah,
he did. He cussed at his father. Yeah. I've never
No. I was just about to say, in order for that to happen, that means that you would have had to test them, and I've never even thought about that. So absolutely not.
I had a smart mouth when I still lived with my parents over 15 years ago. So me and my mom got into it back when I was a senior in high school or late high school or whatever. But even as smart as my mouth was. Sorry, Mom, if you listening. Sorry, Mom. Even as smart as my mouth was, I never crossed the line of using curse words. She never cursed at me. My parents have never cursed at me. So,
listen, everybody don't need it. When I say I got it at my household, every time I got it, I earned it the hard way. So, it comes with being Kelly Robinson. It comes with being who I am today, but when you test the water, sometimes you drown, and that's what happened. I mean, exposing your dad. Okay, let's get into the comments because I don't know all the big ass that I really can't even get into.
Yeah.
First of all, let's say hi to Mom. Mom's in the building.
Hello, Mom.
Hello.
You can comment again. How exciting!
Yes. Hey, Cooking with Granny Peaches said that's some normal shit in our home. Cuz I'm trying to tell them that's nice. Wait till you got to dodge a coffee mug.
And you know what? That's another conversation too, because I saw a lot of people in the comments saying, not our comments, but just everywhere I was seeing it, a lot of people were saying we need to stop making it normal for it to be an excuse that, because it's a Black family, that this is okay. Because a lot of people were saying that, but I was just like, I don't know what to tell you.
Because them white kids be cussing their parents out. So I don't think it's
and they be shooting people that's in line for vaccines. So I'm gonna stick with the way we was raised.
It's clearly working. So I don't know. I'm just not for this new normalized. We're good. We're good. It's the culture. It's what it's
I can't even go no farther. I feel like you have like this super sexy pose today where you're like laying down. Like, what the hell is going on?
It's like an angle, right? I've been trying to figure.
See me? No, it's because I actually. So the chairs that I normally sit in, I'm getting rid of those chairs. So I had to position myself at a different space. So I'm in my living room today, and so I'm on my couch, and I'm normally not on my couch because I kind of feel like that's lazy. But I'm right underneath the lamp, so.
Hey, sis, get it how you live.
Listen.
We know we gonna kick the shit anyway.
It's love lockdown.
But listen, Amber said that she ain't canceling KIRK. Period. She said she's not.
It wasn't even an option. Like, I'm sorry.
I still listen to R. Kelly. Good luck. You know what I'm saying? Like, good luck.
Entertainers, we have to learn how to separate personal from business. That's that's everyday life. That's the entertainment world. If we cancel everybody that was an entertainer because they did something, we wouldn't be able to listen, watch, do anything because everybody's corrupt. No one is perfect.
That's the truth. James said his son is 33 years old. And then he said, I'm playing Stomp anytime I please.
Let me tell y'all, Stomp is one of my favorite songs, not just gospel songs. Songs. Lately, I've been don't do it.
His son almost got stomped the fuck out.
Okay. That's why
okay.
I always feel bad because like when a good gospel song comes on that's just absolutely like everything beats right. I'll be like, oh, this is my shit. And then I have to correct myself like,
my jam.
Every time that Michelle Williams comes on, what's that?
It got that Jamaican beat.
Jesus says yes, nobody can say no. Every time that comes on, I almost start twerking, and then I'm like,
it ain't almost. It ain't almost. Let's keep it real here. It's a little lockdown.
The booty starts moving a little bit, and then I'm like, wait a minute. Sorry, God, my bad. Michelle would not like that.
She shouldn't have put that banger out.
Listen, period. I mean, ass is shake. It is what it is. But Cooking with Granny Peaches said he's lucky he didn't show him better than you could tell him. I'm telling you, that's that old school parenting. And one thing that makes me stuck on that fact is that I could tell the pain in KIRK's voice that he's done so much for this dude.
Yeah.
Because that really don't affect people really don't affect you when you have nothing invested.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The fact that he was so invested to get that angry lets me know that he's done above and beyond for his son. My aunt said that Kirk Franklin is a man, father, and human. Shout out to my brother Brad. He's in the building. We got to give him a shout out. Amber says she never spoiled her parents.
Absolutely not. You kidding me?
The Brad Squad is in the building, by the way. We didn't even take time for that.
No.
Brad Squad is in the building. Verify what's going on.
Brad Squad.
Ursa Nada is in the building as well. What's going on? Brad Squad is in the building. Cooking with Granny Peaches is on one today, y'all. She said, hell, my mama is white, so miss me with that.
Yeah, it's just, listen.
It is
you just know. You just know. You really just know. When your parents make it known that you're not their friend, you never have to have an issue.
That's really more of the thing than any of it.
Yeah.
Like, it has nothing to do with like the age thing, because there's definitely parents that are smaller age gaps than like me and my parents or you and your parents or whatever, but it's just the respect level. And I feel like the respect that Kirk Franklin's son has for Kirk Franklin is not there for whatever reason. I don't know. We're not in their household, but a
lot of bitch assness. Like I told you, that's why we had to cancel Hold the Fold, because this right here.
Yeah, we could just.
This is the warm up.
Yeah, we got.
This is the warm up, y'all. So let's jump into the next topic. We'll go here and we'll stop by and check on my homeboy Quavo.
Oh man, A lot going on.
And we start with Quavo here, y'all. Quavo recently broke up with his girlfriend, Saweetie. And I don't know why I said it like that, but it sounded better. So Quavo wrote this list that I'm gonna let Britt read because my eyes ain't that good.
Man, come on, man. Okay. So first, for my listeners out here, Quavo has tweeted, I know you want to make this into a show, so I'll play my part just this one time. I don't normally put my business out there, especially my personal life. When they say that, that means they on some bullshit. I feel the need to address this so there are no false narratives. And then there's more.
He ran out of characters.
He ran out of characters. So then he said, I had love for you and disappointed you did all that. You are not the woman I thought you were. I wish you nothing but the best. Prayer hands.
Quavo, go to hell.
Little guy.
Damn.
Little guy.
Well, can we expound on that, AD? We did, you know.
Chief, there was power in that, so I'm like,
yeah, that was there was some bass in your voice.
I know.
Because it grinds my gears. So anybody that knows me knows that I love Saweetie, okay?
Oh,
in my mind, she is my friend.
Okay, she is.
I like her.
Yeah, we'll make her your friend then if that's in your mind.
I liked what their relationship appeared to be, but I do know that everything is not as it appears. But you know, from the looks of it, it was very nice. Whatever. She tweeted about, you know, dealing with infidelity in the relationship and the gifts that she was receiving being kind of like a Band-Aid. And it doesn't cover up the things that were done behind the scenes. So she said that she had to move on and get her own peace or whatever. For you to come back and say you don't like your personal business out there, first of all, you are a celebrity. Your personal business will be always out there. Second of all, that's not true. You was all in her TV little web show that she do. Y'all was in each other videos.
She had a web show?
I didn't even know that.
It's called The Icy Life.
Oh.
I'll be watching it when it come out.
Free promotion.
Right. That's how hard I ride for my friend, Saweetie. Okay? But like you're a celebrity. You guys are everywhere together. You take pictures together. Your personal life has been put on display. If you didn't want that to be the case, y'all didn't have to do that. You wanted to be on display. So now that you done some, I'm going to assume you were cheating because she said you was, and you never said that you didn't cheat. He never disputed that.
Did not deny it. No, he did not.
So
damn
you
it,
cheated,
Quavo.
and now you don't want I don't really like getting into my personal life.
Excuse me, kind sir.
I know that's right. Okay.
Listen. Let me stop for the cause. And first of all, see, I thought my boy was gone, and I'm a Quavo fan because he's one of my favorite new style mumble rap dudes. I can deal with Quavo.
And he's a baller.
I thought he was, Celebrity Hoops. He just won $250K. He was balling. You know what I'm saying? I mess with Quavo, dude. You know what I'm saying? He be styling out here. Got his girl a Bentley. Had her out here talking about if your man ain't buy a Birkin bag, he ain't a real man. Listen, can we please put Quavo in the National Players Association Hall of Fame? The whole time he was sticking his penis elsewhere. No ring, no thing. Let's go, Quavo. Put him in there.
He's definitely the best of the newer age, like you said, but he's not.
No,
he's not like no pimp or anything. I don't want you.
I'm not saying.
Don't gas him up too hard.
Okay.
All I seen was Bentley buying and Birkin buying. I started to get a little worried, like, yo, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like Bobby Womack would have.
I was about to say
to put him in the Hall of Fame.
I knew you were about to say that. I was about to say he's no Bobby,
okay.
But for this age of young fellas, I will definitely say that he takes the cake for pimpery, if you will.
It's that whole group, I guess.
Yeah.
All the little Migos, because Offset.
Offset. Now Offset's dirty. Honestly, I'm just so tired of people saying I usually don't do this, but it's like, dog.
Yes, you do.
And even if you don't, like, you know, you're about to cause more of a ruckus doing it. So just knock it out. Like, you want this attention. I'm just so tired of it. It's got to stop.
Don't you dare get on the internet talking about you disappointed in me. I'm not the woman you thought I was.
Her nails are a little bit long. You can't even scratch nobody's back with those, though.
I bet.
Saweetie? I think they are press on. I think you could just take them off.
Are you serious? Those is back?
Because she gets them done. Like,
they've been back. Yeah, they've been back. Yeah, all the time.
Y'all pressing on nails?
Yeah, they've been. Quarantine brought them back.
Mine aren't.
It's like that Will Smith episode where she be taking off her eyelashes and her nails in the basement.
Yeah.
And we back there for real. We really back in the 90s.
Pretty much.
When I wasn't going to the salon, I was getting like cute little press-ons and then like filing them to look nice on my hands.
COVID brought them back for sure.
I like nails for one reason and one reason only. They have
to
be
back
scratchers. If they're not back scratchers, they have no use. But speaking of Saweetie and Quavo, we got to move on, y'all, because we got one more before we get to the big topic of the day. It's probably take forever. So let's get to what Saweetie said today. Saweetie talks about pretty privilege. And I know Britt didn't even know this was popping up. I just put this in my
you did this on purpose.
Across it. She said, I won't act like there isn't a certain type of power that comes with admiring your face. And listen, on this podcast, if you're a listener, you know good and goddamn well out there that I am the main person who pushes this topic.
It's
pretty
the messenger.
People have privileges. And you got to recognize that when you reach a certain level of universal ranking in your looks, for instance, everybody, and I thought this was a perfect topic for today's show. Everybody on this show is no less than the 8 universally. You know what I'm saying? So we could talk about it. And that's universal ranking.
I'm playing the violin music behind you. Go ahead.
Britt, for some reason, believes as if being pretty does not matter when it comes to getting special treatment. So where are we at now with your girl? I know who AD gonna side with because you just roll hard for Saweetie.
Obviously, listen. Okay, I have changed my ways. I do realize that the more attractive that you are, the more you get away with in life. I understand that. I get it. But you make it seem as if attractive people aren't allowed to have any type of stance or anything at all. And that is just not the truth. That is not it at all.
So
I
agree. This is so funny because it's kind of not funny. It's a little bit me being naive. I didn't know that men don't get their gas paid for until this year. I get my gas paid for by like a random person at least once every other month.
Okay. So you're saying that don't happen for men?
I asked the guys. I asked my friends, and they were like, "No." I was like, "Nobody's ever just bought your gas for you?" And they're like, "No, it's because you're pretty." I was like, "Oh."
Right, because stuff like that is like normal. You didn't think that was the norm.
I thought people just did that to be nice.
See? So when you're unaware, Chris, like we always are trying to say.
I didn't know that. I truly did not know that.
Yo,
Brad is in here. He will tell you. I think he might be the one that told me, like, no, that does not happen. I was like, what?
Yo, listen, I want to be honest with y'all. Y'all both are full of fucking shit. Like,
come on, man.
That you thought that a grown man was getting his gas paid.
No, I mean, I just never thought about men before, but I just feel like when it's something that's happened to you, you don't think like, oh, I'm the only one, you know?
Right, and I don't think, because I mean, at the gas station,
I'm the shit.
I'm wearing a mask, so I don't.
Oh, that's a whole different story. That's body yaddy yaddy.
Can we please talk about that?
Listen, because Britt had a mask on yesterday, went to CVS, came home all ruffled up. This guy was looking me up and down. Mind you, she had on biker shorts and a hoodie.
Britt face.
Yeah. What's the biker shirt? What was the point? What was the point of saying that?
Because you have to understand that there are levels to this shit. There's a body yaddy. And then there's a pretty face. You can put them both together and get a total ranking, but there's 2 separate rankings there. So mask or not, you will get a body yaddy ranking, and then you will get a face rating. And depending on how good your body is, that's how much room your face got to be ugly. Or depending on how pretty your face is, that's how much room your body got to be out of shape.
Okay, I understand. But the desperation that it seems when someone is trying to hit on you with a mask is just outrageous. It's outrageous. Weird. My teeth could be fucked up. Like anything could be underneath this. You know what I mean?
I could have no teeth.
Like, thank goodness that's not the truth. But you know, it could be.
Now listen, my boy Brad is on here and he said we can't even get a Kit Kat at a gas station. And I'm gonna be honest here.
Y'all lying. Y'all lying.
As a former member of the National Players
Here you go.
I'm gonna have to step out in here and say I've gotten a lot of free stuff.
Okay, that's what I was about to say. Y'all are lying.
But we don't get offered stuff like minimal stuff like gas because I wish a motherfucker would come up and do I look like I need you to pay for my gas? No.
But then like, I say that.
But do I look like I need you to pay
look like a damsel in distress. What the fuck you mean?
I'm not at the gas pump like, oh Lord, I don't know
which one to push.
I don't know. Is it premium?
That's how Aisha started off by saying,
please.
I wasn't aware that
I never knew. I promise I never knew that because I was just talking. I think I was talking to them and I was like, yeah, and then somebody pays my gas, so you know, I got to save that little money. They were like, wait, somebody pay for your gas? And I was like, yeah, people don't pay for y'all gas. They were like, no.
I'm sorry for you.
And listen, at the end of the day, there's privileges to being pretty, and by privileges we mean there's a longer rope. You get free things. You get a lot of stuff that people won't do for Ugmos. And if you do not know that, then you have been pretty for too long, which is both of you guys' problem. You guys have an issue with recognizing that there's a whole other group of people out here. There's an untapped market of fat, ugly people that, you know what I'm saying, that's untouched. You have to understand that there are other people in this world. It ain't just y'all and y'all gas.
Oh, that's
you know what I'm saying?
My goodness.
Y'all all, just because I got on booty shorts don't mean you can Uber me.
First off, that sounds very rapey. I'm sorry, but I'm not about to allow you to say that because I had biker shorts that he was allowed to look at me.
You're not about to pull that card. You walked out here with all that ass.
Oh my goodness! With full biker shorts on and a hoodie. Sorry, sir, that you can't control yourself. I had a hood on and everything. You stop that.
And a mask.
Right there. And a mask.
Listen, the mask saves some people. A lot of people look good from like this area and stop right here. I don't like it because it kind of hides my beard a little bit. You know, personally, as a pretty ambassador, I really don't like it because it hides my beard. But some people get saved by that mask. Because you know you don't get to see that that black mark that girls get from wearing too much makeup and they be having it around their mouth.
All right, Chris. Enough, because you're about to take it too far. Y'all, this is why
like it was right on the edge. It was right on the edge. It was a roller coaster. It was about to drop right down.
Mayday, enough.
Yo, my cousin G is on here, y'all. We got to represent G.
Greg.
G is in the building. He said people buy his Starbucks or his fast food sometimes every blue moon.
Thank you.
Listen, so
maybe you're pretty.
Maybe. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe somebody had that line going where they was doing it because somebody paid for theirs. I've been stuck in those lines before. I got tinted windows, so I know you lying if you're paying for my shit. You don't know who in there. So
yeah, I just pay. You don't like look, be like, oh, it's a guy? Hell no. Like you just pay.
You just pay for the person behind you. You keep it going.
Pay it forward, yeah.
Y'all want to know, did you pay for the person behind you, or are you the person who stopped
paying? I was like, oh, thank you.
Are you that asshole? Because come on now, we need to talk about that. It's just awkward.
Yo, and my boy Damo chimed in. He's agreeing with me with the prettiness. There's a level to this. Now listen, granted,
your ex-boyfriends would.
Now let me not ex-boyfriends, Xbox friends. That's that Bel Air talking.
Sorry, your Xbox friends would.
Listen, no, but for real, I need to know here. Do y'all not feel how long y'all chain is when y'all dating somebody? Like, do y'all not understand that y'all get away with the most? Like, for instance, I know Britt has a habit of having 10 blue dots in her text messages. That's only a pretty person's job. Like, ugly people can't get away without responding to text.
Oh,
So
come on, Chris. Now,
you mean
for real.
like not responding to people's texts?
Not
I don't.
responding to text,
Unread messages?
calling somebody back 3 days later, canceling dates and different things like that. Do y'all do that stuff?
I mean, obviously.
Let's move on. Let's move on.
Yeah,
I'm just asking now.
I
Y'all
mean,
don't, that's your
I'm
belief.
gonna be truthful.
And
Yeah,
that's
I
what
am
didn't
not
stretch.
good. I am not good at responding in a timely fashion.
Neither. No, me neither.
I don't think that has to do with me being pretty.
No,
I think it has to do with me being kind of busy and kind of lazy. I'm biz lazy.
And the only reason that you get that leeway is because of how you look. If they were dating somebody who was out of shape and did not look pretty, the moment they text, they better be seeing those 3 dots or they're done. They don't have that leash.
Boy, you are so full of shit.
Come on, Beyonce.
Let me tell you something right now. I'm bad. Listen, when I do that, it is not at all anything of looks. It's because I sometimes, like in here, think that I responded,
yes,
and then I really didn't. Like I'll out loud say like, "Oh yeah," like I'll answer them, and then I just didn't actually physically answer them and hit that send button. So
I do that all the time.
Yeah, so what we're not going to do is call each other out on that part because that's not a pretty thing.
That's definitely a pretty thing. And let me tell you why. Because Amber just said she knows they pay for gas because they're trying to get on. They're trying to holler. Y'all got to give them a second to holler at y'all, and they want to talk. They not. Let me tell you something. Ain't nobody just offering to pay for your gas. And then another pretty person like me will come up and see y'all, and I definitely not paying for your gas. Pay for your own gas, skank. I got places to go too. Like, no, if I didn't know
sounded like, did he just call us?
If I didn't know you and I was at the gas station.
I'm taking that personally. I feel like Michael Jordan right now. That's definitely
and I took that personally.
Yeah, that's the
only reason y'all able to take stuff personally is because y'all pretty.
Skank was not necessary at all. If I'm at the gas station, if I'm at the gas station, I'm assuming that I'm already planning on paying for my own gas in the first place.
I know, bum. I ain't going there like hope somebody pay for my gas.
Right, that's weird as fuck. Like, la la la. I'm just gonna wait here, like Forrest Gump on the bench. Come on.
So our former guest, Sweet May, is on here, y'all. If y'all haven't seen the episode of Dating in Porn, go check it out. May was awesome, but she said she's going to say that they can't pump their gas in some states. I guess she's saying we as in women. Nobody sees us. Never happened to me. Oh wow!
Wow.
No, I'm dead ass. This whole gas thing is odd to me. Like, dude, if you pulled up at a gas tank, bro, you got it. So I think that's an ugly person thing, to be honest. If somebody paying for your gas, they ugly.
Or they're nice.
I can't talk about that because that's not in my DNA. So I'll leave that where it said that could possibly be true. Are there nice people out here, or are they looking at that body?
Time to move on.
The world will never know.
Cheers to that. Yeah, you can't solve it in a day. Am I right? Right?
Brad said not in his experience. But moving on to one of my favorite topics, and I'm gonna go ahead and read this one because I'm not gonna leave it to Britt. Britt goes on this. Britt's favorite person, Trey Songz, is out here now, and Trey Songz is now.
God damn, I hate this man. Go ahead.
A video out there, and I've seen it where he's spitting in women's mouth during the pandemic. That's a whole nother level of freaky. Like, how freaky do you have to be to let somebody spit in your mouth while there's a pandemic going on? Like, I don't give a damn about his corona. Like, wild. AD, jump in because Britt's gonna get single screened on this one. I already know.
What? I don't know if he deserves my time.
Is he dating these women? I'm confused.
It was just a video of him spitting in women's mouth. Like, I don't know how TMZ got a hold of it or what the hell was the backstory. But whatever the backstory was, dude had loogies of spit coming out of his mouth, going into other people's mouth. Now, there's been times in my day where, you get into that moment and you want to see how freaky you can possibly get. But seeing that there's a pandemic out here, and I'll excuse a lot of freaky shit, but seeing that there's a pandemic, you might not want to be swapping spit.
Right. I guess I'm like so confused. Like, does he know these women? Was it in a public setting? Are they random? I don't know. Like, I have more questions.
We all do.
Before I can give like my honest opinion, I feel like I need to know the backstory. And obviously we do not know the backstory. But what I do know.
How much backstory you need?
Are you dating? Are y'all dating? What if they're a triangle of people?
So is spit drinking a career?
No.
Then what the hell?
But if they're dating already, then they're already maybe that those women are already in his bubble of people.
They're not, sis. Good try though.
You
must like him. You must like Trey Songz.
No, I don't.
Don't you do that.
I just listened to a couple of songs from him yesterday at the studio, and I was like, oh, these were nice. But I'm not like a Trey Songz fan.
You're not a fan though. Okay,
right.
That's okay. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Listen, I can't stand the man, but I was just listening, just gonna make it. I still jam to some of the songs.
Okay.
I cannot stand Trey Songz. I would just like to put it out here, ladies. You know what I mean? That don't say I didn't tell you. Because everybody was on my case like the past couple episodes when I'm like, I've heard stuff about him. He's questionable. If you get left in a room with Trey, just because he's a celebrity doesn't mean that you should trust yourself around him or trust him. And everybody, oh Britt, you're wrong. Da 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 da. And now all of a sudden, everybody in the comments are all, ew, that's gross. Trey Songz, he's nasty. No respect for women. Oh my gosh. And I've heard this, that, and it's where were you guys when I was trying to tell you? Because I could have said I tried.
Didn't he also have the coronavirus?
I tried. And listen,
I don't know, but this shit wild.
All I want to say is that I tried to tell people and they didn't want to listen to me. And now all of a sudden everybody's like on my bandwagon now. And I'm like, okay, I guess. But I've been told y'all about Trey. Told y'all.
Listen, Trey's a wild boy. Dude
told y'all.
Security guards because he don't want to wear a mask. He's spitting at people's mouth. Dude is out here like full fuck you corona mode.
He thinks he's above it all.
I don't know, man. Listen,
sir.
My nigga Trigger. Let me explain something to you, bro. Put the video cameras down, because if you want to spit in people's mouth, that's your prerogative. But putting it out there during the pandemic, my dude, that ain't. You need some new PR.
That's the thing.
That's where, I can agree with that.
Yo,
you out here in public doing that, and I've heard about you locking women up too in your bathroom. I'm gonna leave that alone. But ladies, just be careful. These celebrities are human beings too. I'm just gonna keep it at that.
Yo, this show is outrageous. I'm not messing with y'all.
I've been trying to tell them. You know what I mean? There's a reason. I say this all the time that I don't have a Me Too moment. It's because I listen to myself. Y'all need to start listening to these people, right? Trey Songz, listen to me. I'm a good reader of people.
Listen, and before we go on, we got a couple comments we got to jump into, y'all. Like, because we'll be here all day on Trey Songz. So.
I'm not giving him any more of my time. No, we're done with that.
Excuse.
Done.
Okay, 2 steps up.
We're done with him.
So back to the last topic, we had a comment I didn't get to, and it's Sean. He said, "Imagine filling up her tank to get to the next nigga." Right? I mean, right?
And they do.
That's what happens out here. And Britt,
that's for everything.
You got one of your Brat Squad members in here, and he said, "Britt, I'll pay for your gas anytime."
Hey, Brat Squad.
He'll pay for it. I'll pump it. Like you ain't know.
No, I mean, but that's for everything, though. You know, you have to know that even when you're at a strip club, when you're throwing, you know what I'm saying? You know, these women probably have children. They have a man at home. Their man might be the reason that you decided to throw as much as you did, because he may have started it first and you didn't know it was her man, because there's setups around here. Like, everybody should know that potentially if you do something for someone, that they're probably going to go on their way to the real one. So, I mean,
All right.
We shouldn't have to say that though. We're grown.
All right, y'all. Okay.
We're grown out here.
What do you want us to do?
No, you can't, Chris. That's my move.
Oh, my bad.
You
don't hear me talk about our national players. Like, we all have our things, okay?
Let me have my thing.
Without further ado, y'all, let's get into the topic of the world. Now, Britt did her Trey Songz thing, and if you are an avid listener of this fucking show, then you know that two people in this world that I tell people do not take relationship advice from. One is the newly famous Kevin Samuels, and it's not because his advice is always wrong. It's because I think he like men. But that's not none of my business. The very first person that I tell y'all don't take advice from is Derrick motherfucking JAXN. And let me tell you why. Derrick JAXN has just been caught in a cheating scandal. And it's a huge thing because his whole brand is based around telling women how to manage themselves in their relationships. He basically is a relationship expert that sides with women 99.9% of the time. A woman could cheat. Derrick JAXN's advice would be, your man probably wasn't shit anyway, and sis, don't settle for the nigga who ain't shit. Go out here and find what you need. That's Derrick JAXN.
Oh, Derrick.
In a wrap up. So if you never heard of this dude, that's who he is. He's very huge. He's been caught cheating on his wife. And just to give y'all a little backdrop before they jump in, he did a apology video where he announced that it was real with his wife. She had on a bonnet and no bra and sad titties. And they did a video where he was holding her hand for dear life. She wasn't holding his. And they sitting there trying to sell a book on healing. First of all, heal your wife's look before you get on this damn video. You knew good and goddamn well how popular this topic was. Why did you let your wife get on there like that? And I feel like that was a big fuck you from her saying, I'll show this nigga. I'm gonna get on here looking like the big bad fucking wolf. Cause she sure did.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so first off, most important question of them all. How did you know the titties were sad? That's like all I got out of that whole thing was that the titties were sad. How do you know? Did they talk to you?
I have titties myself.
They had a sound effect?
And I like titties. As a titty expert, I know that in a black shirt, titties automatically get a raise and they look good. Seeing that we all have black on today, right?
Oh,
we know
snap.
We know what looks good on titties. This woman had a black shirt on and her titties were running for dear life. They was dropped down and getting their eagle on. And I felt like she really did it on purpose because she tried to look as bad as she possibly could because she's not an ugly woman.
Are you
She might be severely average.
Let me tell you.
Come on. Are you sure?
That wasn't an act. She didn't do that for the video.
No.
She wears suits in real life.
What kind of suits?
Suits like Steve Harvey.
Okay.
Listen, man.
I'm not kidding. I am serious. I wish I had photos. You can look it up. Type in on Google. Type in Derrick JAXN wife suit.
Mm-hmm.
How did you find that Google search?
I come prepared.
So maybe she thought that because she wore black, she didn't have to wear a bra. Right? Why are you laughing so hard, sis? I'm being serious.
That was funny.
I'm trying to help my sis out because I don't think she purposely, like you said, I don't think she purposely was out here looking like that.
No, I believe she looks like that all the time.
Yeah,
I don't think that she did this as like a sign of rebellion.
Well, with all, like, I'm about to try really hard not to sound like Kevin Samuel when I say this, but if you look like that and this is your regular look, you got to expect to get cheated on.
Oh,
because there's somebody at the gas station wearing a mask who look better than you.
Oh, Chris,
that's looking to get their gas paid for. You got to understand that every day you wake up.
Ooh, that's horrible. No, but really, like, who says Man, fuck him. He cheated on me. I'm about to look as ugly as I can in front of billions of people. Like, she didn't do that. Come on, that sounds silly.
That's her actual look. Like, that's how she.
But she's rocking a full bonnet though. Like,
no, that's just how she be coming. Like, that's
sis was chilling.
It wasn't a bonnet. That's a hat. So
let them know. Yeah,
I watched the video several times because I wanted to be like very educated on what was going on, and exactly that she really be dressed like that.
Trisha said, "Ain't no way she accidentally did this shit. Like, this shit is wild. Like, I don't. First of all, I don't think my baby, and I'm not trying to be real. Listen, my baby's lay around clothes don't look that bad. You ain't laying around this house looking like that. That's absurd."
That goes on how you were brought up. And I mean, was she raised in the church? Is she a very conservative person? She doesn't like to show a little titty. I'm telling you right now, when she put that black shirt on, she was probably like, bet, don't have to wear a bra, you know?
Y'all ever heard of orangutan titties?
From you. But should I act like no? Because
I'm just asking.
Love lockdown. I have because of this man, but
them the ones that they used to put in National Geographic that you thought that's what all of Africa used to look like when you was a kid.
Chris.
That's what you saw? No, for real. That's what. And she came out rocking the orangutan joints, and I'm like, yo, what are you doing?
Boy, oh boy.
My man's is on here stumbling and stambling, trying to explain why he cheated as if we give a fuck. Number one. And he's lying. Number two, and he's been okay. Let me take the single screen, y'all. I'm sorry, I gotta.
No, go ahead, please.
Listen,
after you, sir.
Listen, hey, this dude right here is the worst type of dude in the world. Let me tell you why. As a man, I'm gonna tell you why he's the worst type of dude. Because if you're his homeboy, he's the type of dude who will throw you under the bus while he's trying to get with your chick. Because he's such a panderer that you know that he has no real game. As a member of the National Players Association, I'm telling you that's the worst thing you can do is sit here and tell women shit that you know is wrong. That's the same people who was running around telling 4 women that he was in love with them all. You can't do shit like that. And he's the worst type of person. So you shouldn't take advice from him. Just like I said with Steve Harvey. This motherfucker on his 4th divorce. Stop listening to Steve Harvey. He ain't figured it out yet. Same thing with Derrick JAXN. Now y'all know. I said it. God damn it, Kelly Robinson. I told y'all. Over
and out. Did you drop the mic? Don't do it though, because the sound will go off. Don't drop it. But no, honestly though, like what you said is 100% correct. But I'm going to take it a step further and just say that although we are a relationship podcast and you and I are a married couple ourselves, I've never believed in any type of public relationship looking up to them or like it's crazy that people look so. I literally saw someone the other day say, oh my gosh, no, not some, a million people. I saw a million people say, oh my gosh, Saweetie and Quavo broke up. Oh, love just isn't real out here. I'm not, like, Doc, do you know how fucking crazy you sound? You do not know these people.
Right.
You're about to ruin your whole life and the possibility of you finding someone because of Saweetie and Quavo. These people don't even know you exist.
They don't care.
And that Bentley went back, in case y'all didn't know.
No, he came out and said that wasn't true.
Oh,
he let her keep it. He let her keep it. But
did he though? No, I'm just kidding.
But we did find out that he did not buy it. It was given to him by a company to promote their relationship. Wow. So then again, after he said that, they reposted.
So there you have it though. Like everybody out here, listen to me right now. And this is the last time I'm going to tell y'all to listen to me. Do not be out here listening to these public relationships thinking that they are perfect. Don't do it. Even on here, I say relationship advice that perfectly works for us. I don't sit here and act like everything we talk about is right for everybody else.
And can't none of y'all be me. So y'all definitely better not take it as per capita every time I give you advice.
There you have it. No one, like, it's just crazy out here just how much people truly put into other people's relationships.
No, and you're absolutely correct. I want to say that about the Quavo thing, but it all makes sense now that you look at it. Public relationships are what they are. They're public. They're for money, number one. They're for profit, and they're going to do the best things that helps make them money. AD, were you a Derrick JAXN fan before this?
actually know. Like, I really didn't even like know who he was for real.
Damn.
Like,
No, she's being truthful. I told her to be prepared, and she was like, "Who is he, sis?" She
like,
really
who is
said
this
that.
guy? Like, who is it? So I had to. That's why I know so much about them now, because I really did some research. Because I was like, so what's going on here? Like, who is this man? First of all, I guess I don't understand why it's being called a scandal.
Yeah.
Because it's not a scandal. He just cheated, right?
Yeah, but his whole
Yeah.
brand he got millions of followers, big time women following. And when I say big time women, it's probably like 90% women following.
Oh,
Ain't no man
okay.
with a real penis following this dude.
So I have a real question for you. Not Chris. I have a question for you though. So would you say that the women who follow dude, and I know you're not him, and this is a question out here. Are you saying that the women who follow him though, would you say that they are attracted to him?
I'll put it like this: most of his videos are shot in a gym shirt with no sweat in his car.
So to me, again, it boggles my mind when you've got all these women who low key are fondling after this man, right? They're following him because of the attraction level, but yet we're confused and messed up when he's cheating. Like for you,
he jumps on cheaters a lot too. Y'all remember when Pastor John Gray, the one who does relationship counseling, when he got caught cheating? Yes. And Britt, I know you're gonna get real quiet because Britt actually called this before it happened. But John Gray got caught up in a cheating scandal, and like one of Derrick JAXN's biggest videos is going at dude hard. Like it went back and forth. He was, you cheat because you did this and you did that. Everything that they posted on the shade room of dude saying to John Gray actually applied to Derrick JAXN. So everything that dude was saying was coming from experience of bitch ass nigga-ness.
You have to think about it. Anytime that someone is such an expert at giving you advice on something, is because they've experienced it. Like it's just crazy out here. You know, if they're preaching it to you, I wouldn't necessarily say expert giving you advice.
That is my other point.
Yeah.
Did he go to school for that?
Who in the hell left the gate open? That's what we need to find out.
No,
because you're not an expert. No. Like you don't have the qualifications to be called an expert. So what do that mean? Like you get to just wake up one day and be like, "Oh, I'm an expert on relationships. Let me create a couple videos, go viral, and now I'm just that."
Listen,
like,
sis, it was easier than that. He said, "Let me go to the gym and do curls and chest only. Get in the car with no sweat on my gym shirt and do videos telling women the exact opposite of what they need to hear."
Mm-hmm.
And he took off. He's on all the talk shows and everything, and women love to hear it because it's all the wrong stuff that's easy.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of figuring out how to work on yourself, he's telling women, don't worry about working on yourself. It's always the dude's fault.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Mm-hmm.
That's what he does.
And that's just whack all the way around.
Wow. See, that's probably why I didn't know, because I don't.
Yeah.
And my other auntie chimed in, y'all. I got to give her a shout out. My auntie Lovey's in the building.
Yeah, Lovey.
Now he's getting it back. And that's pertaining to the John Gray situation. Everything that he said about this dude, he getting it back. And worse, because John Gray's wife never showed up to any interviews looking like she was searching for red whiting.
Here we go.
He's so mad at how this woman looked. I don't even know if you heard anything that really happened.
Amber actually killed it. Amber said he feeds into women's insecurities to make a profit.
That's a shame.
Worst type of dude.
This is
the type of dude that you will be married to for years and find out he has a whole nother family in Iowa.
It's always those ones. You gotta watch it, ladies.
Damo said he discussed.
He always has, even before this broke out. Like I'm actually, my mind is just boggled of how many people are actually surprised about any of this. Like it's just crazy.
I'm surprised at how many people knew who the hell he was.
Yo, sis, okay, so you didn't see none of this stuff. It gets worse. In his apology video, the motherfucker is selling his book called Healing Without Tearing Down the Other Person. And it's him and his wife on the book cover kissing when they got married.
Oh no, I
Like-
didn't even see that. There's a
Like
book?
it's wild. This
Derrick
dude is
Jackson,
wild.
Go to hell. Like,
But that, no, hold on. That's the motherfucker who's paying for y'all gas. So listen here. When I say that y'all shouldn't be accepting
He's
gas
still
to
on.
get paid for, that's the motherfucker who paying for y'all gas.
a nigga that's cheating on his wife.
A nigga that's cheating on everything in his life. It ain't just his wife that he cheating on.
That's fine.
Dude,
We're not marrying him. He's just paying
Right.
for the gas. I'm
yes, yes.
I'm not asking dude's life story.
I
I'm
bet
not
you
saying
his
nothing
wife's
past,
titties
thank
used to
you.
be nice.
Oh, probably, but
And
they
he
probably
made them-
are to
He
him.
made them sad. Like he probably paid for her gas one day, and she was probably thinking like, "I'll accept it. I'm not marrying the nigga." And now look at her. She out here with a bonnet on in an apology video where he's squeezing her hand to dear life.
That sounds like a personal choice.
I think she just likes that bonnet. I think you're just doing
It's
giving
a
her
hat,
waist.
y'all. Now, leave the godly sis alone. That's a hat. She said it was a hat.
She
That ain't no
likes
damn
it.
hat. What the hell
was
kind of
a
hat is
hat.
that?
I didn't watch it because listen, every time I tried to focus in on something dude was doing, there was another thing that would come out like 10 minutes later. And I was just like, I don't even know what to watch anymore because there's so much coming out about him.
She said it
Sis,
was a
I
hat,
got to do
y'all.
research on this hat, y'all.
I'm-
Because unless
Go watch it again and then look real close. She said it's a hat. And also, do not forget to type in Derrick Jackson wife's suit. You're going to see her in her suit. She got a vest. You're going to see.
So if his wife dresses like that and wears Steve Harvey suits, right? Is it not safe to say that he likes men?
No, he likes conservative women. Maybe I don't know this man. I'm not
Okay.
about to stick. I'm
You
not
know,
sticking
listen,
up for dude.
Listen,
I don't know him.
I love giving advice on Love Lockdown.
It's a possibility.
I'm gonna set it straight from my women here. I tell them a lot of stuff that they don't want to know and they don't want to hear. I'm gonna give you some stuff that you want to hear. If it's a motherfucker who goes to the gym and he just does curls and chest and he leaves with no sweat the fuck on,
No sweat.
leave that man alone. He not there to work out.
He there for the look.
He's there to get the look, to get whatever he's trying to get paid for.
He's there
And
for the vibes.
That's just what it is. And usually them type of motherfuckers is the ones that turn into your Derrick Jacksons.
I mean, anybody that listen, I'm a firm believer that anyone who talks to someone at the gym needs some help because
why are you bothering me?
I'm not there for that whatsoever. I'm really there to bust a sweat. Like I don't even like having workout partners, to be honest with you, because I'm not there to talk or be cute or any of that.
So you heard it here first. Arm wrestle the dude to see if his muscles are real before y'all get together.
That's
because
wonderful.
If you don't, you might just be running into muscles that are, what do you call that? On the outer appearance.
The ones that go.
Yeah, the ones that look good, but they don't have nothing behind.
No, but listen, since you gave that advice, I will say my advice is ladies who wear black shirts sometimes really do think that you can't see. Because there's been many times I put on a black shirt and thought everything was going to be hidden.
Was cool.
You just, the black shirt, sometimes you're like, don't need to put a bra on. So I'm going to give my sis a pass because she really may have thought that was covering up. Black is one of those colors.
My grandma used to say it like this: "You ain't going nowhere with me looking like that."
Oh,
and that's the motto that everybody needs to take when you wake up in the morning. When I wake up in the morning, sometimes I got slob in my beard. Sometimes I need to wipe my eyes. Sometimes I need to brush my teeth. Sometimes I need to wash my ass. When you wake up in the morning, you need to figure out if you're looking good enough to go out with the person that you're with. Let alone let me go on this video that I know is about to be viral and talk to the shade room while looking as if I just woke up 5 days ago from a coma. It's absurd.
That's why she put that hat on. Okay, anyway.
You gonna stay with that hat?
Would you let her have this, Chris?
Okay,
like,
please. It's a hat.
Please, she doesn't ask for much. She keeps saying, "Let her have it." Sis, it was a hat. I believe you.
Thank you.
Trisha said, ain't no passes. She knew better, and he filed because he allowed it. Hey, dead ass. That says a lot about.
Oh yeah, that's true. That
says a lot about a man because it's been many a times where Britt came out the room with just a little bit wrong with her. It could be eyelash out of place. I'm like, baby, your eyelash wrong, and it ain't all the time because her eyelash is wrong. I know how I look affects her and how she look affects me. So we have to stay on each other for that.
Or if you just want to get vain, you know that if my looks aren't good, that it affects me. it really has nothing to do.
I'm gonna get a little bit vainer than that. As a member of the National Players Association, my granddaddy always told me you can judge a man on how his wife looks, and you can tell how well he's doing.
That's true.
Yeah, it's true. It sounds horrible, but no one wants to walk out of the house with a buggle wolf. Nobody does.
And even if you are a buggle wolf, dress well, because being a buggle wolf does not mean you get to wear a loose ass black shirt with orangutan titties.
I'm not gonna do it.
And
what do you
call He's doing it again. He didn't get the black top thing.
It's a hat.
He doesn't get it. He thought he was slick. He thought he was slick. But yeah, no, not only do you have to dress well, but you gotta have a bomb-ass personality. Because how dare you be terrible looking and dress terrible and are a stink person. Like that just
it's too many negatives. It's too many negatives.
Strike.
I got a for real question. I'm not joking about this though. What do y'all think about her having to show up to back this man up?
She shouldn't have had to.
It looks weak, to be honest.
It's weird because she's not the one that cheated. So
yeah, it's 2021. You always hear Black women holding their men down, and this is not only just a Black woman thing. This is also just a woman thing.
Before you go on, the single screen you before.
No. I'm good. No, I'm good. I'm not going to do this today. I'm not doing all that. But I will say that it's 2021. He's cheating on you, sis. It looks bad for you. I'm not about to be out here also supporting that nonsense because you just look weak. And like you have no backbone at this point. Like it's just too many opportunities out here for us these days to be doing that nonsense. So
no, and I agree. And I'm gonna just tell you like this. My sis got in backstage and did at least 150 poses before she got on this show. There ain't no way that
here you go.
I try to keep that in, but I did. So.
Here you go. She just doesn't know how to dress. Bless her heart. She don't have a stylist or nothing. He's wrong for that.
Trisha said, "I'm not back in your shit." That's like Quavo when Saweetie said, "A nigga gotta buy a bag to have like, bitch, what?" Whoa. Okay. So yeah, there's that. And there's also the fact that we get the topic of bouncing back from breakup.
Well, it all goes perfectly.
It all goes perfectly. Derrick JAXN gives this advice. And what were you about to say?
I was just going to say that dude just absolutely made our topic perfect because we already had this going for us anyways. And then this came out and it's like, how do you bounce back from a breakup? This is the perfect example of how you're not doing this correct. First off, I have a question. Are they breaking up or are they staying together? What are we supposed to be getting out of it?
Well, from what I read today, I felt like they're together because the book promotion is in like full effect right now. And let me say this. I really didn't realize how dumb we are as a society.
You
go out and buy a book by a person about relationships that just got outed for cheating on his wife. If the fact that he felt like that was okay shows me that we're in a down era of common fucking sense. And we gotta get back right. So before we go on, y'all, I gotta ask y'all, what's y'all number one thing that y'all would suggest to anybody out there when you're bouncing back from a breakup? And the reason that we brought a guest on today is because we're usually the breakup-ees. The breakup-ers, not the breakup-e. So we're usually the person on the other side of the fence. So we brought sis in so that she can help us out. But what is your number one thing that you think that should be first and foremost after a breakup that you should have to do for yourself? Looking within. I don't need Derrick JAXN advice. I don't need sis do you. I need some real advice out here that we can give to people.
Yeah, because we want to know. Honestly, I was saying that I felt like I missed out a little bit in life because I've always broken up with everybody. So you were telling me like, no, I don't feel bad about that. But I kind of feel like I missed out on life experiences because I never was the one that had to sit there and like fill up on ice cream or have like her girls come over and cry and tear posters down and all that shit. Like I don't know how to feel that I never experienced that. It's weird.
And before we get to AD, because I know she got a story for us. She always got a killer story every episode. That takes us to a place. But as a former member of the National Players Association, I must say that even though I did not ever get a breakup, I felt like I got to a point in pimping where I realized that it really wasn't easy. So I actually took a year off from dating. So I think that's my closest thing to actually recovering from a breakup. Like I got caught up, ended up in jail and some other shit. But in that process, I decided to stop dating for like a year. Like dog, let me focus on my school. Let me get my shit together. That's what I bring to the conversation.
So really, you were just exhausted from all the pimping. That was so cute. That was adorable. The way you tried to. He really tried that, didn't he? Oh,
Sis, I tried to pull a Brit.
Focus on me.
He tried. It didn't work though. You just were exhausted.
Sis, did you reset your internet? You came back super.
Yeah, you're so clear.
I actually did because I was like, my Wi-Fi is not connected. Let me just. My Wi-Fi is real shaky. Plus, I'm in a new area. Okay, so they had to reset my Wi-Fi.
I'm trying. I'm still doing it.
Okay.
So give us the worst breakup you've ever had, sis. And don't spare us anything. Can you turn your phone sideways? Because I'm about to put you on full screen.
Oh, God. All my breakups is bad.
Oh.
That's not funny. I know. It's sad, but like... I hate breakups. I really do because like I'm not like a big relationship person as it is. So if we're like in a relationship, then that means I really like you. So if we have to break up, it's sad. Like it takes me a second to get over it. I've had a couple of moments where like, I'll just have my phone off. Like I know it's not good, but I just have to focus on myself, and I turn my phone completely off. Sometimes my friends come looking for me, like, "Hey, just want to make sure you're all right." I'm like, "Yeah, no, just dealing with a breakup. It's fine." But the one thing that's kind of consistent for me, is like putting myself into my dance work. So like.
But before we get into that, sis, what's your worst breakup? You can just give us a what do you call that? A paraphrase.
A synopsis.
There you go. Big word Brit.
Big word
Brit. Big word Brit. Okay. Big word Brit over there.
That's that rare looks.
My worst breakup. So this is like actually very interesting. We weren't actually together. We were just talking. But it hurt so bad for some reason. It was like a couple years ago, actually. And I was just devastated. Like, I don't really like to call. Like, we already discussed this. I be crying. But I cry over dumb stuff. I called my friends, like, crying. Like, I couldn't get words out. I was sick. I didn't eat for days. Like... It was really bad, and my feelings were really hurt, like really, really hurt over that. And I don't really even know if I've like talked about it for real. So this is my first time talking about it. But I feel like that was my like worst breakup because all of my other ones, like from before, even the ones where like I was with a person for a long time, I still feel like something good came out of it. Like I was able to focus on dance and do this, or I was able to move in a different direction. When that breakup happened, or breakup, because we were talking and then we, had a falling out or whatever, I just felt lost, like devastated, and nothing made me feel better. It was terrible. So I would say that was my worst one.
Okay. How long was that relationship?
We had started talking. I don't want to say when because then it would kind of.
Yeah, just say a time frame. How long would y'all talk?
A couple years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see you trying to get a statue at the NPA, but
no, because it's not for me. I really do like to be alone, and then I'll talk to somebody and I'll like them and we'll be talking, and I'll be talking to somebody for like years and don't want to be their girlfriend or don't want to have a boyfriend, and then after like a couple years maybe I'll be like, okay, well, you still here and I'm still here, so I guess. But that person and I just never got to that point, and it was really like, it really hurt my feelings.
Gotcha. All right, you can turn your phone back right now. I'm sorry.
That's
I
fine.
full screened you. But no, for real. But I need to know, everybody needs to know, what's the first thing that you would say that you have to work on inward for self when bouncing back from a breakup?
So for me, what I try to do is I take the time to myself and I'm like, okay, I need to find something that I like to do or something that makes me happy so I can not think about sad stuff, because I'm the type, I'll sit around and play songs that remind me of you, watch your favorite show, just be a loser. And I just cannot do that. So if something like that happens for me, what I try to do is be like, okay, what makes me happy? What do I like to do? And just put myself into that. Most times it's dance. So I get a lot of really good pieces out of being sad. So it works out. So I would recommend or suggest, like, okay, well, take some time for yourself and what do you like to do? Get back to what you like to do. See yourself as a person, not as a person that was in a relationship, but just as a singular person. And what did you like to do before you even met this person, before you knew this person? And get back to being happy. Get back to finding what makes you happy. Maybe try something new. Go to the gym. Start running. I don't know.
So is there a place for like self-reflection in there?
Yeah.
Like, do you have to self-reflect? Because I know you said you cry a lot and you cry.
I've never seen it, but she keeps saying that, but
I've
never seen it.
I cried today.
But okay, so that's weird. But
I've never seen it. I'm a bad friend, I think. No, I am. We've known each other for how long?
15 plus years.
And I've never seen you cry. And
there's a
I
reason
feel
for that, Britt,
bad.
though. Like, you're super awkward around.
I am. And someone, one of my friends sent me a meme the other day and was like, haha, this made me think of you. And it said that it was like this dude crying and this girl was just like, oh, they're there, and patted on his back. And I laughed at first, and then I was like, damn, that's actually not funny that I'm that.
That's funny.
I felt bad. Like
most of my friends are like that. So you are just like all the rest, and they be like,
have I
just never
are you done? Okay.
No, for real. And I really need to know, like, if self-reflection is in there, do you force yourself to self-reflect to start the healing process? Or is it like a thing that you go through periodically while you're getting over it?
I force myself. And that may not work for everybody. Some people need time to let it come to them. But for me, especially now at the age that we are, it's like, no matter what happens, everything, it may not be 50-50, but you're at fault and they're at fault. It's not just always one person. Like, you can always improve. You know what I'm saying? You weren't perfect. So even in that scenario that I was talking about that really hurt my feelings, like, I looked at myself like, okay, is there something that I could have done differently? What did I allow that maybe doesn't line up with who I am as a person, my regular character, if you will? And what can I work on, like, so that I don't take this into my next whatever, or that this doesn't continue to affect me? So yeah, I force myself every time something, and it's not even really relationship wise, like something bad at work happens and I'll force myself to be like, okay, how could I have handled that differently? Because I went about that a fucked up way. So
no, and that's maturity. That's honestly maturity at its finest. Like you have to.
It is. Yeah.
I self-reflect on the daily because I always ask myself, how could I better have got through this day, even though I'm pretty much fucking perfect.
See, that's why I gave you the look.
It was coming. That's
why I gave you the look. But I feel like there is a separation between self-reflecting when it's necessary and then also like victiming yourself too. Like there's a lot of people who really weren't in the wrong. I'm not talking about you, but there's a lot of people in this world who really were not in the wrong, but they allowed themselves to be in such a fucked up mentally abusive relationship the entire time that they tend to blame themselves even when everything wasn't their fault whatsoever. So we also need to figure out how to learn when it is time for us to self-reflect on the things we need to change, and then also how not to blame ourselves when it's not necessary. So there's a fine line in between that.
And I totally agree.
You know?
I totally agree.
Because I've seen a lot of people like, oh, it was all me. I'm like, dog, no, it wasn't. No, yeah. It really wasn't though.
Well, see, another issue is this though, and
I feel like you're being funny, but I'm gonna let that go.
Another issue is this though, y'all. Like, before I get to the comments, because we got a few comments in here with some recommendations, but another issue is this. I feel like before people get together, and I can't remember who said this. I believe it was Tyler Perry, and I know I tell y'all don't take advice from dudes who like dudes, but Tyler Perry actually said something that made sense. And I think he has a wife, if I'm not mistaken.
He does have a wife.
Okay, well, there it is. Madea has a wife. And just to be real, he said some of the realest shit I ever said. He said you got to see your significant other in all 5 seasons before you decide to be with them. Because it might not be you that messed up. It might be the season that changed that you weren't used to. For instance, if somebody has always had money, and you've never seen them in a broke state, that can change a man. And this is write this shit down in your notebooks, because here we go again. I'm giving you advice that you shouldn't get. But a man will leave a relationship because his life is fucked up. Not because you're fucked up, but because his life is fucked up. And a man does not know how to deal a relationship when something changed for him that he's not used to. You can't be the man of a household and you shook about something else going on in your life. So you take that out on your relationship, take that out on people you're dealing with, and it turns out that, that could turn into cheating or whatever else, because you're trying to fill that void of self-confidence with whatever you can. So understand as women, and I know I sound Derrick JAXN at this point, but understand as women that some of the time when a man leaves you, it's because something in his life was fucked up, not because you were a fucked up individual. So
yeah, but it also sounds like he needs to just take a whole man cup of just man the fuck up too, because you can't always just leave because you're going through something.
Everybody going through stuff.
Everybody goes through things, and especially when you're married, like there's no excuse. You have to figure out how to figure it out.
We know y'all have periods. I'm not saying that.
I'm just saying
that. Listen.
No, but men need to learn how to man the fuck up too.
No, and I'm saying that I'm not saying that men don't need to learn how to man the fuck up.
It sounds like excuses though.
No, what I'm saying is that a man, when a man hasn't experienced a certain season, he does not know how to deal with that shit. For instance, if I was pretty my whole life,
there we go,
and something happened where I lost all of this, my G, you gonna be in for it.
That's for everybody, though.
Because I'm going to be different now. My whole everything is different because this season is different, and I've never experienced being an Ugmo.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If your titties get orangutangy, you got to put yourself in a situation too. You ain't gonna know how not to get your gas paid for. You ain't gonna know how not to get your goodies ogled at the store. That's just not what you're used to.
There are still certain ways. No, I'm just kidding. No, but but people also need to learn how to dress too. Like if your titties become orangutangy, then you can't wear the bad shirts anymore, the tank tops. You got to figure out how to dress yourself. But I get what you're saying. I understand.
Probably get some boob tape.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, and that's cute and all, especially if you're someone who is just in a relationship, you're young, it's not anything serious, but like at what point do we say, hey, we just have to grow the fuck up and figure out how to handle our problems?
But that's easy for you to say.
You can't just get divorced because something bad happened.
How is that easy for her to say?
Because she's known me since 2005. She's seen me through every season multiple times.
Yes.
So anything that happens with me is not going to be a shock to her nor me. I've been in every state. But
absolutely.
Like I said, if a man experiences something, or for instance, if you're young, you're 18.
And I'll give the young thing. That's fine.
But part of that is being 18, you ain't seen every season.
Right. No, as you shouldn't. You're a kid.
So when an 18-year-old turns 20 and he got a baby mama already and they've been together for forever and the seasons change, he leaves her because the seasons change, not because she was a terrible person.
I get what you're trying to say, but I also think it sounds like a lot of excuses as well. I do. I get what you're saying. I really do. I'm not trying to be an asshole, but also I feel like, you have to figure out how to solve your problems without always leaving, especially when you're an actual grown ass adult.
I can see both sides for sure, because I definitely, I get it, but at the same time saying, oh, I got something going on right now. Like, motherfucker, everybody do.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yep.
Okay. Well, as a woman, y'all might not understand. Did y'all get y'all gas paid for?
No. We just said that we get what you're saying, but
order to get
it's
that
excuses.
Money to be able to offer to pay gas.
Mm-hmm.
If that shit changes, it's a world of hurt.
It sounds like you're not the right messenger. Ooh, I love being able to pull that out when I can, because it just.
But I get what you're saying.
Yeah, absolutely.
I do understand.
I just think that you need to give it an age limit. You got to figure it out.
How the hell are you gonna give somebody an age limit on knowing
because
themselves?
Listen, if you don't know yourself, then that is perfectly fine. But you also don't put yourself in a situation where you're actually married or in a committed relationship. If you don't know yourself, then that is your time to be like, yo, I just am not the person to be with someone right now. We can be single, we can fuck around, but I'm not the person that needs to be in a commitment right now because I don't even know who I am.
So how do you know when you don't know yourself?
I don't know, because I don't know I don't know how to answer that.
Hell no.
I can't answer that because I know myself.
The answer that is because when you don't know yourself, you don't know that you don't know yourself.
That actually is not
That's not true at all. No.
So I was in a relationship where I was somebody's like I don't know what you want to call it.
Side piece?
No, I was the girlfriend, but I was like.
But you do her like that.
No, that's another topic for another day.
I caught him for you, sis. I heard that.
I was such and such's girlfriend. I was never like myself. Like I was always, that's such and such girl. I was never myself. So when we broke up, I got to figure out, wait a second, I am somebody. Like I am my own person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think that some people have to go through situations like that to figure it out. But you do know when you're not yourself or when you're not a person by yourself. I knew that I was such and such's girlfriend and people were referring to me as only that. Like that's the only thing I was known for. And so I fixed it. I changed it. Self-reflection.
Well, as the unpopular one in the relationship, I can say that being such and such's husband does happen. You know what I'm saying? But that has, to me, that's a part of knowing who you marry and knowing their goals, knowing where they want to be, knowing who they want to be. Because some people are people. Some people are not. I don't give a goddamn if I ever had to talk to somebody again. But Britt's the total opposite. She's a people person. She's an influencer. She's everywhere. People know her and want to talk to her. And as a byproduct, they want to talk to me. Not knowing that I will Kurt Franklin you and break your motherfucking neck. But no, for real.
Well, if they didn't know, they know now. So
right, okay.
Secrets out.
Right.
But for real, Like, I understand what you're saying, and Trisha chimed in and said, "What happens when you old and a new season pops up and it's okay for him to leave?" No, it's not okay, because the older you get, the more you should know yourself. By the point that you
is that not what I was saying?
yes, but
okay,
but you didn't put an age limit on it. You just said
there's no age limit because it's not an age thing. It's a
oh my
maturity
gosh!
thing.
Oh my gosh!
Huh?
Yes,
maturity
it
thing.
definitely is. Yes,
right. But at the same time, we all know people who are 50 years old and not mature.
Right. So it's not an age thing.
It's not an age thing. You're right. It's not an age thing, and you're absolutely right. But hopefully, they are wise enough to know that, hey, I don't have it all up here, so I'm not going to put myself in that situation. And, you know, common sense isn't so common, so I know this is difficult for some people, but I think you just have to have some intelligence to figure it out.
I agree. So, listen, get to know yourself. We got a couple people up here who chimed in.
Love yourself, y'all. You can't love someone else unless you love yourself.
Damo said, love yourself.
There you have it.
Greg said, love yourself. Alexander Ramos said he's been dumped a couple times and he didn't have to bounce back. He just stepped over.
Oh,
listen.
I know that's right.
That's confidence.
He's paying for gas.
That's confidence.
I'm gonna be real for you. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Like,
well, he said he'd pay for gas.
Loving yourself is very important. I don't feel like you can do anything with loving yourself. I know that, you know, y'all putting that into a broad term. And as the number one advocate of loving yourself, I must say that it comes in handy in a relationship as well as when you're trying to talk to other people. If you do not love yourself, you will not know how to love someone else. It does not mean that you have to go above and beyond with loving yourself. I'm right here, but you have to actually love yourself, because if you don't, it makes it impossible for you to love somebody else.
Well, not only that, but it also starts off everything terribly, because I know a lot of people that don't have confidence, and then they'll be like, "Oh, I can't talk to her. I'm afraid to go approach her because this and that." It's like, dog, what's the worst thing that's going to happen? She either says yes or she says no.
Or she lets you pay for her gas.
Either way, though, like, it just, this shouldn't be anything that keeps you from at least trying. You know what I mean? But again, that goes with loving yourself and confidence, because I hate when people do that. I'm like, there are a billion people in this world. If someone says no to you, you're going to be all right.
And it's okay. Also, with loving yourself, that goes into as it goes forward. Like, you start talking to somebody and they start, you know, coming to the left on you, talking crazy. You know what you will and will not accept. So they know what you will and will not accept. And if you're just a doormat because you like somebody or whatever, and you don't have the confidence in yourself, or you don't love yourself enough to stand up for yourself, then that's how it gets to a point where, you know, 50 years have gone by and you just tolerating the person because now it's been 50 years. And you
I'm gonna take it another step further than that, though. Fuck loving yourself. You got to be real with yourself and realize what level you on. And that goes with looks, smarts, money. You have to understand what level you on as a person. Then you'll be able to judge what type of leash you have as a person.
That's right.
Because I know if I woke up every day ugly, that I wouldn't have as much leash in my household as I have. So
you're right on that.
or if I didn't pump gas all night, I know good and goddamn well I would not have. You have to judge yourself on a full variety of subjects, and you have to know what you're bringing to the table. Otherwise, you won't know what you will accept or what you will turn down. AD is sitting up here, and we go back to the Saweetie thing with the pretty girl. What's the name? She like, oh, I will accept this. I won't accept that.
Right.
But before you get to paying for her gas or paying for brisk gas or oogling her goodies, you gotta understand, my man, if you gonna oogle goodies, you gotta be X amount of level or higher, because she walking out, hopping in whatever, leaving to whatever. You don't know where they going to. You don't know where they coming from. If you want to get there, you got to rank yourself accordingly. Also, it will help you expense. Let me tell you what I mean by that. If I saw Brit at the store, I would easily know that that's expensive. And
instantly? Oh my goodness.
Instantly, no. You're not walking around here orangutan titties, are you?
Well, no, hopefully not. I hope not.
Would you be out here in the bonnet?
No.
It's not a bonnet.
My grandma is no longer living, but she from the grave would die if she saw me walk out the house like
It's
that.
a hat.
Are you kidding me?
That. It's a hat. And sister, if you want to go out wearing a hat that maybe looks like a bonnet, but it's a hat, you can do that. Leave that lady hat alone.
No, for real though. Like
I know that's right.
What I mean by that is you'll be able to judge how much a woman's going to cost you by just looking in her direction.
Yeah, because even Cardi B said it, right? That went with it when she even said, what'd she say? Once upon a time, little me was ugly.
See, y'all done got the phone on messed up.
Damn, turn up. No,
y'all, that's my song.
And when Cardi B, hold on, before we go any further, when Cardi B said that, her other word bled into that, and it was duggly. Like, they told me I was duggly.
Ugly.
Duggly.
They told me I was ugly. They told me I was ugly.
Cardi B got enough from the Grammys. I'm gonna leave Cardi B alone.
That's my jam.
Yo, when it's up and it's stuck, trust me, that shit expensive. So no, for real. So know yourself. I agree with everybody who said that. My auntie just said, please don't wear a bonnet to the store.
It's a hat, auntie, please.
My auntie used to tell me the same thing my grandma told me. You ain't going nowhere with me looking like that. She didn't give a shit if it was a do-rag. Them waves better be ready and they better be brushed or you ain't going. Point blank, period. That's how I was raised.
Even with your underwear, I was raised that if you have holes in your drawers, you got an accident, then you don't want that to be seen.
I got that threat too.
I never understood that though, because if you were in a bad accident, most likely they're going to cut your drawers off anyways, and they're really not thinking about how they look at that time. But I get it. You know what I mean? Like, I see what they were trying to prove with that.
What about being on the phone when it's raining and storming outside?
I've never heard this before.
Are you serious?
About the underwear?
Yeah. So what is it like?
You should always want to leave the house with clean underwear because you never know if you're going to get in an accident and they're going to have to cut your drawers off. So you want to have clean underwear on so you don't embarrass yourself in case you get in an accident.
And for us,
I
matching.
You want to have clean underwear, anyways. But
and match for us women. We're supposed to.
Oh, they're supposed to.
The bra and the undies are supposed to go together.
Well, T.I. told y'all a long time ago that had to be right.
Well, he's got his own problems. He's got his own issues to deal with. He don't need to worry about whether my drawers match. Okay,
little guy. Yeah, okay. He's got some things right now.
He's got some things to deal with. Dang, that's interesting. Mm-hmm. I mean, again, you would want to leave the house with clean underwear for your own sake, but I never thought about it like that. Like for an accident.
I mean, if you're dressing up for an accident, my G, you're going the wrong way anyway. But
yeah,
it's cute because what if I get in an accident?
Yeah, it's real morbid. Like the older generation, like they didn't know how to have fun and
right.
Everything was so morbid. Like, but like I said, I get it.
I could be dead in the street, but my drawers is cute. Like what?
Man, what? My drawers is clean. My heart not beating though.
Right.
In the obituary, oh, she was such a kind girl, and her drawers were matching.
Were clean and matching.
I doubt when they found Tiger Woods in that car that they were
about
what type of Nike drawers he had on.
But are they clean?
Listen, what if Tiger Woods was wearing Reebok though?
Ooh, now that's a scandal.
What? That's TMZ worthy.
They probably would have really breathalyzed dude and got his. They probably really would have tested his blood if he had Reebok
that's
on
what
him.
I'm saying. This Derrick JAXN man. Also, I know he don't got control over it, but is that really how you spell his last name?
Yeah, that should tell you something right there.
I've been wondering that too. It seems a little stagey. Derrick, is this even your name?
It probably ain't.
I don't think it's Derrick's name.
Exactly. Is that gonna be in the? And what if you get in an accident that's so bad that you like defecate on yourself or something?
Whoa.
Then, I don't know. You could. Then your drawers ain't clean no way, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Not that I'm advocating for motherfuckers wearing dirty drawers, because I'm not. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, you don't know if it was already.
You don't
like
know
that,
already
because it happened. Yeah, so
it happened.
let's just not get in accidents, guys.
Yeah. If you Tracy Morgan, just don't get behind the wheel. But
or Brandy.
Or Brandy. Listen, Brandy killed people, so we're gonna leave it there.
Caitlyn Jenner's killed
there you
too.
Go.
Yeah, there's a few people that don't need to be behind.
Y'all just need to find an Uber or find a driver because y'all ain't right
Uber
with that.
everywhere.
But G said his underwear be dripping. I don't know what that means, but I felt like I should put it on the screen.
His or people's?
I don't think. No, you're wrong for putting that comment up.
I don't feel like he would just be sharing that information. I know
he didn't mean that. He didn't mean that. Yeah.
Maybe he's talking about other people.
I am dead. I'm gonna do that.
You're not right, Chris, for that.
And Sweet May said that would be an autopsy report.
Right, like they're gonna be, she passed away due to internal bleeding, but her drawers was clean. Like what? They don't care about
for real. And just to get back on topic because this is so crazy.
We're so dumb.
We're about to get out of here, y'all. But
we're dumb.
Tell me
was dumb.
Tell me what the most important part of the recovery process is from bouncing back. And everybody should run across it at one point in their recovery process. But what's the most important part that you should focus on? Britt, we'll start with you because we know you about to make some shit up.
That you should. You ain't right for calling me out like that. Fuck all y'all, man. You know what? Honestly, I'm really good at bullshitting, but right now this ballet really has kicked in. Honestly, I would just say don't be sad for long. I cannot stand it when people do that pity party it's just, you gotta get over it, man. Like, especially when it's something that I know people who had things happen to them in college and they're still suffering through that. And it's like, we're adults now. This has to stop. This ain't normal. I don't know if they need to talk to someone about it or what's the deal, but something's got to give because life is too short for you to be sitting there sad and just acting like that for the rest of your life. There's too many people out here, y'all.
So what you're saying is don't let it affect you for too long a period.
Yeah, I wouldn't even let it affect me for more than a day because they did you a favor. They really did. Like, if you were meant to be with whoever it is, then they will be with you. If not, then it's that simple. And I don't believe in getting back with exes and stuff like that either. So, like, I don't believe in that. I believe if you're done, it's done. So that's probably a different conversation.
I'm gonna tell you right now. If we break up, I'm still gonna be beating them cakes.
Oh, well, that's probably why we just won't break up because.
Yo, I ain't gonna have you holding my hand on no damn video with them orangutan titties. I don't be beating them cakes.
We just aren't gonna break up.
We'll just stay together.
Because also I'm a very stubborn person too, y'all. And if I state something, like, even if I want to do it, like, I just don't believe in embarrassing myself. So because I stated right here on Love Lockdown that I don't believe in getting back with exes and whatnot, like, we just shouldn't break up because I wouldn't get back with you for the mere fact that I said this shit. And
the sad part is you wouldn't be able to get with nobody else because I would still be blowing back out.
Oh my gosh. Moving on, y'all.
Sis,
get over it quick, y'all.
Final text, sis. What do they need to know? What should they go with?
Filthy.
So it is kind of like a piggyback. Don't be sad for too long, but it is okay to be sad. And that's coming from Queen Sad over here.
It's good to have emotions.
Yeah, it's good. Like, it's okay. Like, you don't have to go. Like, some people are not I'm finna go have a hot girl summer and turn up people. Some people are like, I need to have a moment. That's me. If something traumatic happens, whether it's like a relationship or something at work or something with my family, like, I'm not I need to go drink and party it away type. I need to sit at home and really evaluate and try to figure things out for myself. Mm-hmm. So it's okay to have your moment. Like, don't feel like you have to be over it in a certain amount of time. Now, of course, again, to piggyback off Britt, like, if we get to a certain point and you're still there, maybe it's okay to also go see therapy. Like, therapy is okay.
I don't agree with therapy.
For real?
No.
I like therapy.
Because them niggas at home cussing their kids out like Kirk Franklin. So why the hell you want to talk to them?
It's always,
Therapy is supposed to help you sort out your emotions, and they give you, speaking from my own experience, again, this works from moi, not for everybody. They give you like the tools to be able to think things through on your own that maybe you see differently, or unearth stuff that you may like push to the back because you ain't want to deal with it. Not, this is what you need to do and this is how you need to do it. I'm not taking advice from a soul. Okay?
Exactly. So sis, if I told you that therapy was for narcissists, what would you say?
That's fine. Everybody's a narcissist in a slight way.
There you go. I agree with that.
See, I'm glad that she said that, because I was about to say that it's also okay to be your own person. Like, just because someone is, I just learned myself from this episode, because at the beginning I was saying I felt bad that I've actually never been broken up with, and that I felt like I missed out on life. I'm taking that back.
You did.
I'm happy because I'm my own person.
Girl,
I didn't need to experience that.
It's a nice journey. It's a nice journey, but you ain't need them tears. I didn't.
No, but I'm so ignorant though, because who's to say even if I did experience that I would have had the tears? You know what I mean?
I would have cried for you. Don't worry about that.
Sis, I've never seen you cry, but that's different. I'm gonna try to be better, and I'm getting better at
you want
emotions.
me to start crying or something? You want to think of something sad?
No, it's all right.
Okay.
I'm gonna start getting better though.
I agree with everything that y'all said so far, and the only thing that I'm going to add as my final take is this: I feel like you need to study before you get into a relationship, which would save you a lot of heartache. The time where I took my time off from dating and pimping, I took that time to revamp my system, find out what works for me. What's the easiest way to pick up hoes? Which hoes will pay for the most things?
Gas.
What niggas are paying for gas? What niggas are cheating on their wives? What niggas will throw you under the bus? All of those things matter in life. So when you're thinking of self-reflection, it's not just reflecting on you, it's reflecting on everything in general that affects you. So if you don't want to be that dude giving out relationship advice and cheating on your wife, I would suggest in the car with no sweat, in a gym shirt. My man's, listen, I would suggest that doing self-reflection before you enter a relationship is the most important thing. And I'm talking about before you get there. Figure out what level you on. Because as y'all can see, these pretty girls is ruthless. They don't give a shit. They just want to get where they going for free.
Here we go.
Listen. It's not only that, but like, if it's not gonna be free, then leave me the fuck alone. It's you know what I'm saying? Like, it's the same thing. You know how like girls are like, hey, if I accept this from him, then he's probably expecting this. It's the same for me. If you're not offering anything to me, then leave me alone. Because I don't have the time.
Listen,
there's no time.
When you go to businesses and offer partnerships, the first thing that you're going to have to post is what you're offering them. It's not the other way around.
Not the other way around.
So if you have nothing to offer, or what you have to offer isn't that much, you probably should stay in your league or in your lane. And remember, there's untapped markets out here of people that people aren't talking to, where you can be the player of your dreams, the husband of your dreams, the person of your dreams. Date in your class, date in your lane, date the people you're supposed to date. And listen, by all means, if you're a pretty girl and you come on the show, remember, we can see you before you get on here.
They can, apparently.
Peace. We love y'all.
I can't stand you. This was so fun. Aisha, thank you so much, as always, for being our guest. We love you very much. We never have to worry about you.
We really appreciate you.
Yeah, we had a great time. Luke Belair,
you.
as always, thank you for sponsoring. If you guys get the opportunity, make sure that you give us a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts, as well as make sure that you screenshotted this and send it to me so I can add it to my stories when we get off. But
and don't forget, sis, don't forget lovelockdownpodcast.com. We're there.
We're there everywhere.
Yes, it is. The website is live today. As of today. So all the episodes that you might have missed with Miss Always, Miss D or AD or Aisha or whatever you call her, listen, they on there. Perez Hilton, he on there.
He is
Sweet
on
May,
there.
she on there. Everybody,
She on there.
season 3 is on there. We going crazy, y'all.
I know that's right.
I love y'all.
I know that's right.
Peace out.
It's upon a time minute that was ugly. Let me stop. We are idiots. Love you guys.
Peace.
Thank you.
Bye.